Hello guys, and welcome back to the Doc My Car channel, and today what I'm going to show you is how to remove vandalism scratches from your vehicle. Now this car has been subject to somebody scratching it, so without further ado, let me get into it. But consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now follow this video step by step and hopefully it'll look much better at the end of this video. Alright guys, now I'm on handheld mode right here. As you can see, my fingernail does catch it a little bit, so it has gone a little bit past the clear coat. But what I'm going to try to do is think of this one as a big valley, a sharp-ended valley with 90 degrees. Now I'm trying to see if I can thin the clear coat around the edges so that it distracts the eyes. Now I'm going to show you the whole process so you can see. I'm not sure if it's showing up that great on camera, but it does look like a fairly big ugly scratch. There's one more right here as well. Not sure if you can see it, but this is the worst of them all. So what I've got here with me today first is the painter's tape. You will need some sandpaper as well. I'm going to get into that one shortly. Polish or compound of your choice. What we're going to do is we're going to just spray it down a little bit and then wipe it down. Now if you see that scratch disappear and then come back, that's a clear coat scratch. Okay, now what this is going to do is you can see that this has not come out, so it's beneath the clear coat somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my magic and let's hope that works. So the first thing we're going to do is, I am wearing a mask now because it's going to get quite dusty, is you want to put a tape around your working area. So that's right there. Okay, and you want to put one more right here. You have got different grits of sandpaper. Now the higher the grit, the softer it is, and the lower the grit, the more coarse it is. So you're going to start with the more coarse and then go towards the finer sandpaper. Alright guys, so this is the 2500 grit that I have with me now. Now I'm going to start from 2500 grit and then I'm going to go all the way to 7000 grit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to angle it that side a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some lubricant. Now this is a car detailer, so you can use that, and then you're going to just spray it around this area and on the paper as well, and you're going to send it perpendicular to the scratch. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to narrow the valley. So the valley now is very deep and sharp. You're trying to curve it out so that the light doesn't catch it. You're going to go perpendicular to the scratch. Okay, so we're going to clean that one down and take a look at our work. Alright, so you can see it's a little dull right here. So we're going to keep on carrying on. Okay, you can start taking this one out now. We are now left with this dull finish and the scratch. Now that you have got an area as to where you're working, you can just stay within that area. Alright guys, so this one is 7000, as you can see. And this is going to do the final smoothing before I start polishing. Now remember that this one is quite a deep scratch. It's not your standard clear coat scratch. So now we're going to feather it out. We can go a little bit wider because it's only 7000 grit. And you can rub a little harder because 7000 grit won't cause issues. Now I'm wearing a mask because it's quite dusty outside. And then we're just going to buff that one down. Alright, and one more here against the scratch. So we have now cleared down the scratch. It doesn't catch my nail any longer. As you can see, this is how it currently looks is quite flat and dull at the moment, but it's going to look really good. I've got a little bit of my COS compound right here. This is the Roops dual action COS compound, and I have got my dual action polisher here with me. Now what you're going to do is you're going to just add some on the dual action polisher. Alright, so this is a medium cutting compound. You can also use a heavy cutting compound. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to apply the compound around this area, spread it, and then turn on the machine. Alright, so that's the first pass, and we're going to wipe it down. As you can see, it's now nice and shiny around the edge. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to smoothen it down a bit more with my 2500 grit. And now I'm using some 5000 grit sandpaper. So you always go from coarse to fine, from the lower grit to the higher grit. So that means if you start at 1500, you'll go 2500, 3500, 5000. Alright guys, so as you can see, the scratch is looking a lot more better now. Now you can see a little bit of remnants because that's gone through the clear coat. But I think it is quite a good job because it used to be a long ugly scratch. Now you can only see a little bit of dots here. Alright guys, I hope that video was useful and informative. Consider subscribing if you aren't already a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next one.